Hey, good morning, friends. How's everyone doing? Um, so this morning in Wednesday's Quick Wins, I want to talk a little bit about what you could learn from George Cloney. Now, who doesn't love George Clooney, right? I remember him back when he was young, starting. I think it was ER was the name of the program he was on, and everyone, he was the McDreamy of the times. Well, apparently, according to this article that I just read, that early on in his acting career, he was often turned down, right? Just like many of them are. And he got frustrated because the producers didn't realize, how good he was. Does that sound a little familiar when it comes to our businesses, right? Like, why isn't my client buying this? They really need this, et cetera, et cetera. Well, apparently, as this article goes, things changed dramatically for Mr. Clooney when he changed a new perspective or tried a new perspective. And I don't know if we would call it a new perspective, but perhaps a new mindset. And he realized that, in casting, there was an obstacle that the producers were finding. And, they needed to find someone to fit the role. They had a problem and he wanted to solve that problem. So auditions were his chance to solve their problem. Kind of like in business. It is our chance to solve our potential client's problem. And I think there are too many of us who are out there thinking that, we need a new client, we need a new client. But we're not coming from it, as my friend Steve Lowell said, we're not coming from it from a place of service and a place of how can we solve their problem? Because people truly only buy when you articulate their problem so clearly that they go, oh my God, you must be reading my mind, right? And that you have a solution to their problem. So that's what Mr. Clooney did. He got really clear that he was the solution to a very specific problem. So, my question for you today, or my challenge for you, or the quick win that you could have is what is the one problem that you are solving for your clients? And can you articulate it so clearly that they go, oh my God, you must be reading my mind? So I'm going to leave that with you. And I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Share with me perhaps what the one problem is that you are solving for your clients. Now, if I was to talk about, my business, what is the one problem I am solving? Well, I actually have it too. They are overworked and they are under profited, if that's such a word, but I just made it up. Okay. In other words, they are working too many hours for too long and not making the profit that they want. That is the problem I am solving. That is the problem that my CEO Freedom Academy solves. That is the problem that my coaching solves for them. Okay. And when I talk to people about this, when they are an ideal client, that I see them sitting there shaking, nodding in agreement that what I am talking about is them. So, how can you be the answer to your client's prayers? That's what you can learn, or that's what your business can learn from George Clooney today. So, thanks so much for listening. If you would like to hear previous editions of Wednesday Wins, they're going to be posted on my YouTube channel. And again, as I mentioned, I'd love to hear your comments below. So thank you so much. Take care. Bye for now.